Hey, welcome back to another edition of Open Shutter and have the pleasure of welcoming John on, man. Thanks for taking the time and jumping on this thing.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for the opportunity
Yeah,
to chat about all things of photography
photography. Yeah.
and creativity.
Yeah, it's always good to we just chatting offline. It's always good to talk with people in the city because sometimes I feel like social media makes us a little bit disconnected sometimes where we see people online, but we don't really know who they are because we just constantly scrolling. So I think that's just one of the powers of this show is just being able to kind of shine a light on people that you maybe have seen, and it's like, oh, I wonder who John is. So John, I guess for the people watching, listening, like, what do you want people to know about you?
I guess I go by John Captures,
Yeah,
um,
I like the handle.
and actually it's kind of a funny story. My sister actually came up with that name a long time ago. Actually, she we were actually I think we were in a car sometime, and it's like, oh my, I was. Um, I'm always shooting. I'm always shooting. I'm always going around the city. I'm always shooting stuff and capturing stuff. And she's like, "Why don't you just call it John Captures?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that sounds great. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, so I enjoy uh, shooting lifestyle. Um, um, I enjoy mostly shooting landscape, nature, street photography, just capturing moments. Even when I'm uh, no, even when I don't have my camera, I'll have my iPhone. I have a 16 Pro. I usually just
Nice.
I will just shoot things that I think are cool. Like
Yeah.
because we all have a different perspective on things. Like me seeing things totally different than somebody else seeing something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, and I've always been told, like, you have a good eye for photography, you have a good eye for shots, and a good eye for moments and angles and stuff like that.
Yeah. Of course. I think that's what like separates people in the end, and just being able to have the eye. Because like you could have the greatest camera in the world, but if you don't have an eye, then you're sort of missing the point, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So it's just always capturing. Well, I guess what that's I guess that's what makes street photography so captivating.
Yeah.
'Cause it's basically it's it's in the moment. It can be duplicated. Street photography can be
No.
duplicated.
Yeah.
It's very you capture that human element
Yeah.
in that specific. You freeze that moment, right, of somebody walking across the street during the sunset, or basically somebody drinking coffee while
Yeah.
and I guess some people though a lot. I guess there's a lot of people don't like that, like non-photographer people or non.
Well, they don't get it. They
They
don't
don't get it.
understand. They don't understand.
They don't like, why are you taking a photo of me? Like,
No.
why?
Yeah.
And
Well,
like,
there's like two, like there's two ways to do street. You can ask them,
yeah.
but then
But
to
then
me,
that,
you kind of lose
but then that
it.
loses everything.
Yeah.
It no
Yeah.
longer becomes street.
Yeah.
It becomes a pose.
Sure.
It becomes posed
Yeah.
and non-authentic.
Yeah. I agree with
Really.
that. Yeah.
And I'm a big, like, but you can make people not make a portrait. You can make it what I call candid photography, which it's kind of like it's kind of portrait, but not portrait. It's kind of like you basically you tell a person to kind of like just act natural, just be like, or just or
Yeah.
just like do something, and then just be yourself, and then you can, and then
Yeah.
you basically you don't tell them you're shooting,
Right. You
you
shoot.
just shoot, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
and that aspect of it. Um, and yeah, and then there's it's all about capturing the human element and human
Yeah.
materials and basically those moments, and that's why people like sometimes it's like I did a film photography photo walk one time, and I and which was this is even harder to do I had a point and shoot film
Yeah.
camera. I didn't know it was going to turn out at all. So basically, it was like shooting, and I got this one shot back. I got this one shot back, and I'm like, wow, it's actually really cool because I got this kid pulling a cart behind him in black and white film photography.
Oh, is it on your Instagram?
It might be, yeah. It might be in the here and now thing. Go down a bit.
Go down.
Right down the here and now. Go up. Here to the black and white. Right there. The here and now. Oh no, maybe not. Oh yeah. See. I may or may not I may or may not put the kid one in there, but yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. That's cool. I like it.
Um,
That's nice. It's very innocent. You know, it's a very innocent kind of photo.
So yeah, I was kind of like, oh, and it's my first time ever doing film photography.
First time ever in life.
Yeah. I've never done, and it was black and white. It was basically it was on one of the photo shoots organized by a comedian I'm part of, Brian Brock.
Yeah.
Brian Brock, film photography, and he gave us a group of 20 people. He gave us all film. Some photographers already had film cameras, but the others that didn't were given a point and shoot. And we were given free film by Memento Film Lab on Ossington. Yeah. They gave us the film, and then they printed some of our photos as well, and we had a gallery showing later on. So yeah, so it was a great experience because it's my first shooting with film. It's kind of like you get 30 shots. You get 30 shots in a roll, and you don't know what you're shooting. You can't review.
No. Yeah,
it's like a one-time deal. It's a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
Right? And so so yeah, and the one with the hotel, the one that's at the hotel, the big like sky shot. That was that one there.
This one here.
Yeah. That one was printed and framed for a gallery showing.
Nice.
And yeah, it was the exposure was really great, really crisp and clean. And and Brian was like, "Well, it's your first time doing film photography," and he got the exposure right. You got the
how'd you do it? Though? How'd you do it in your first time though? Like, how did like you're that good, eh? Like, how'd you do it, man? Are you just is it just a matter of luck? A little bit.
Yeah, I guess I guess I stood there. I positioned the shot, I guess, and I was like, and I held it really. I held it still, and I guess I just held it still, and I got the exposure right, and got the and because literally it was the point and shoot. There was no settings, no nothing.
You just so there's no you just click and move on. That's amazing. Yeah, amazing that they came out so good.
Yeah.
That's wild, eh?
I'm because also which is amazing too. Like this was provided us like at no cost because because film photography is expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Because you have to pay for the we have to buy a camera, obviously, or get a camera, and then you have to pay for the film and pay for the processing and then if you want to print anything, you have to get that. So it's not as cheap. It's not a cheap endeavor to do film photography.
No. But you do it for like the love of the craft.
Yeah.
You do it for the love of the craft.
And I was thankful to be part of this opportunity to as a no cost to me kind of thing. It was really great.
Yeah. So like you're still shooting film now?
No, that's my one.
That was a one time only. Eh?
That was one time only.
You want to keep the streak at one, and I don't want to ruin my streak.
But I might get back into it if I.
Well, that's a different experience, right?
If I have the time and money to do. Well, I shouldn't say time. I should say if I have the money and resources.
Yeah, it's a money thing. Eh? Yeah, it's not cheap, right? Yeah. I mean, film. It's really quite amazing how film is back in like the mainstream. It's no longer kind of like on the fringes, like it's full force in the mainstream, right? It's really quite amazing how that's happened.
Yeah, and so that's kind of like what, and then so that was a great experience.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
and then other things. I kind of joke, go down to that woman there. That woman that basically it's kind of like it's one of those things that I joke about. I'm like I don't do portrait photography, and I don't do portrait or I keep saying I don't do portrait photography and shoot and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I'll do it if I do it. I'll do it if I have to.
What do you mean by that?
I'll do it if I'm presented with the opportunity.
Okay.
But then I realize I go through what I do afterwards. Kind of like I'm actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Is there more?
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah.
It's the same woman, but I really
was she like was she just someone else on the boat, or was she a model?
She was actually a model.
Oh, okay.
She was actually a model. We had about 3 or 4 different models on that.
Got it. By Socality. Got it.
Yeah,
Katrina Anastasia. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
we were on this boat tour.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then so I did other things, other ones. There's other. I did a one with Henry's as well.
Mm-hmm.
That woman right there.
Sure.
Just above her, but yeah, this was the Sony event actually. This was the Sony Alpha event.
Yeah.
That they had in Toronto.
Okay.
When they were in Sony Alpha came to Toronto, and they set up 4 or 5 different studios. For a sports, wedding, wildlife.
Oh, everything, eh?
Yeah, they have about 4 different studios. 4 different studios set up where you could go and shoot, right? To shoot models. Yeah. So I think it was a pretty good experience, and this is what I shot that came out, and so I'm like, as I said, I don't really do studio shots that often. But I'm pretty good at doing.
Yeah, you don't really seek them out like in advance.
Yeah,
is that what you mean? Like if it's there, it's there, but I'm not gonna actually like seek out in advance to plan a shoot.
Yeah. So if I'm given a place, and there's if I'm given a place and there's models already there and there's a venue's already there and I'm just invited to come and shoot, okay, I'll come and shoot. Yeah. Right. But if somebody wants to hire me to come shoot them, if they have a studio or something like that, or these are all free, right? I don't. Yeah. They're just there. Models were there, just come and shoot these models, right? Yeah. And I thought it was like, I got some cool shots.
Yeah. It's like a theater show.
Yeah. There's about 3 different.
That's cool.
There's 3 different sets, right?
Behind the scenes, I always love the bathtub shots.
There's always stuff like that. Yeah. So and then these weren't models actually.
No.
Those were the ones before. The ones before. These were models, but she wasn't.
No.
She's a film. She's a cinematographer,
Okay.
and she was just talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's a bunch of other just, yeah.
Cool.
It was a great
Chris
event.
Howe was there.
Yeah,
Chris Howe was there.
yeah. Apparently, yeah.
Yeah. Him. Very cool, man. Very cool. You do it all.
So yeah, so I kind of that's my weather. The boat when the boat was kind of cool. That was when the boat.
Yeah.
So there's these like wildlife, kind of like nature wildlife things, and
Right.
capturing the sunset and with the boat going. You know.
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
That's the eye, right? That's the eye. It's like
Yeah.
the boat go like timing and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all timing and anticipation, making sure you're ready to go and not like fumbling around with the camera, all that stuff
Yeah,
plays into it.
and he's
That's
done them all.
cool.
He's the guy.
This guy looks like Messi. I thought this guy was Messi for a second. I'm like, you got Messi on the boat?
No,
Like, what's going on? I gotta follow you around, man.
that was Tyler.
man.
That's a candid shot of Cam. And
Yeah.
he didn't know I was taking that.
Oh, look at this, eh?
That was just basically that was a shot of everybody.
Jeez, how many people are on this boat?
There's a lot of people.
Jeez, was this last summer?
Yeah.
Wow. Are they gonna do it again this summer?
Maybe it's usually put on by Canon.
Yeah.
Canon and Sucality.
Got it. But aren't you like a Sony shooter?
What? Yeah.
Are you a Sony shooter though?
Yeah, I'm a Sony shooter. Yeah.
It's funny. It's okay. I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody, man. That's great. So, like, what's your thing though? Like, if you like had to pick, if you had to pick one like niche, like what would you pick? Like, is there something that really kind of you love more than all the others?
I guess I'm more like it's my passion is I like shooting I like shooting moments or just capturing and freezing
Right.
moments, right?
Okay. Any kind of moment. Like, does it have to be like a certain kind of like setting, like a wedding or a concert or
I've never done weddings actually. Never done weddings.
No interest?
No, not really.
You don't get paid enough. You don't get paid enough for the stress.
No, yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just I like film photography. I like I like portrait photography. I like doing mostly the stuff that I showed you, but also too I'll shoot conferences like that. I'll get media passes to conferences.
Right. How do you get those?
And
Like, how do you get the media pass?
I usually just go to I apply for media on basically you accredit. You go to every conference has a media page.
Yeah.
You just go to
the media page
and you just
what you contact them?
Build their form and for accreditation, and you have either you have a blog or you have a journalist, a journal you cover either your blog stuff. You have a journalist, you write, or you basically you show off your photography from certain from other. So I also do. I think if you showcase of what you've done in other conferences, you can probably go. It's easier to get things from other things. So you've done this, okay, boom, okay, then.
Interesting.
you've done this one, now you can probably do it.
So how do you get into the first one? Say someone has no experience. How does one get the first one?
All I did was when I did Collision,
Yeah.
when Collision first came,
Yeah.
and I just was like, okay, I just filled out their form, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, and I'm like, I just did it for the hell of it. I'm like, oh no, I'm just gonna try.
Yeah.
I have a blog, I have this, I have that, and I gave them all the stuff what I did, and they were like, and then I guess they email, and then they sent me the accreditation email.
Nice.
I was that first year, I was like, oh my god, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no kidding.
They actually accredited me to come to their conference. I'm like, cool. So basically, so it's like once you got into it, once you get in, once you're in the system,
Yeah.
every year they were just emailing me. Do you want your thing? Blah, blah, blah.
Do you want your? Well, it's too bad. Too bad they stopped coming to Toronto.
No, well, Collision is now Web Summit.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So and Collision is now Web Summit, and then Web Summit moved to Vancouver. So Vancouver. So basically, it'll be in Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Are you going?
Hopefully.
That'd be cool. Eh?
Hopefully I can swing them to pay my travel.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Come on, you got the mayor there. Come on.
Yeah, that was last year. Yeah.
Yeah. There you are.
And that woman was the CEO, was the then CEO of Web Summit.
Okay.
She's no longer the CEO. It's now back to Patty. But she was the CEO of Web Summit.
Cool, man. You guys. So your first pass was at Collision.
Yeah. Well,
cool.
I was doing media before. I was doing Futurist. And also I do Futurist as well. The Futurist conference that's coming up.
Okay. So, when's that?
Futurist is coming up in May. May 13th, I believe.
You're going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
May 13th. Yeah, joined by Tracy and Laura.
Yeah.
And they're great people, and I've done Futurist a few years. And it was kind of funny how I found out about Futurist was basically it was like they reached out to me. They Twitter DM'd me and was like, "Hey, like we saw you were doing Futurist. We saw you were doing Collision. You want to come and do ours?" I'm like,
really? Eh? That's nice. That's a nice message to get. Wow.
So yeah, so it's one of those things like
Yeah, just a matter of, I mean, for someone that doesn't have any experience, it's always I always find it tricky to get like your foot in the door. But I think once you get your foot in the door, it becomes a little bit easier in terms of.
You have a podcast. Well, you have a podcast. You do videos. I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't think about it. I'm like, hey, you can say, okay, this is what I do. But I guess you kind of have to have a focus. I guess you're more. I gotta bridge the worlds, right? Bridge the gaps. I basically I do tech, crypto, photography, right? So I kind of like I'll shoot anything, right? So it's one of those things like you can kind of like use your camera and like and just like.
Well, that's the thing, right? Especially with like tech and crypto. I mean, there's always something going on.
So yeah, so I'm like that. So yeah.
Interesting, man. So like you've always been into photography like your whole life, or is this like a late?
Yeah. One second. I'm trying to check something. 1 second. Can I pause it?
Yeah, sure. We'll be right back with a commercial break.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
And in post.
Well, That's important. Is it Sony? Is it a package from Sony?
Yeah. What was your last question? Sorry.
No, just saying, like it's always once you get your foot in the door, it becomes a little bit easier, right? In terms of just kind of getting like just experience, right? In terms of like how all these things work, because until you're at one of these conferences, you don't really know how things work. Like, are you free? Like, how does it work with the pass? Are you just free to like roam around and shoot whatever you want to shoot, or do you
Yeah.
have like a
Yeah. So
yeah?
So pretty much. Yeah. So pretty much. And you're allowed to come and go. It's a free pass.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting, eh? So like you've always been like you've always been
I've always been in
photography?
photography. Yeah. I've always
Yeah.
I've always used my iPhone. Like I've always shot on my iPhone.
Yeah.
iPhone 16. I've always shot on 16 Pro.
Right.
I'm always shooting content
You're always
on the
shooting.
go.
It never stops. It never stops.
I'm always shooting
Right.
content with my either my phone.
Yeah.
But actually, it's kind of funny because I shot the entire Collision conference on my phone.
Oh, did you?
I didn't even bring
How come? How come you didn't use your camera?
Because if you look at the photos and they're all like, but it's just because the lens I have for my camera is not long enough to shoot the stage, right?
Right.
And then other stages, I'm so close. I'm like,
yeah.
Sometimes it's intrusive having a camera.
Yeah. True.
And
True.
and you can get some better shots if you're
right.
If you know how to use your phone.
Yeah, most people do. Yeah, sure.
And if you know how to use your phone, but I pretty much shot a camera from the but again, they're not. But the conferences aren't asking for the footage.
You're not sending them anything? They're not asking you for anything?
Well, they can because they have their own staff photographers.
Yeah. Right.
So they may want to ask you to see the coverage, right?
Yeah.
To see what you shot, where's your coverage, where you put in your coverage, right? But yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. You ever see a photo from the staff and you're like, I could have done better than that. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, because mostly it's conference photography is very like I guess you don't really you see some on stage, but it's all a lot of conference stuff is videography too.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, of course it is. But well, everyone needs video these days. Like, I don't think there's any kind of event that's not shooting video. That's just with the world we live in these days, right? It's like it's all video, short form content. Got to get the reels, got to get the TikToks up. Got that's just the world, right? So what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very an interesting time to be in, isn't it? To be a photographer these days.
Yeah. So yeah, there's so different. So many different types of photography that you can do. Nature, landscape, wildlife. There's niche photography. There's wedding photographers. There's pick a niche, right?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you can pick a niche or don't. To me, it's like you always want to, especially when you do it for a long period of time, you want to keep it fun for you. So you want to try different things and not kind of be stuck in one kind of area, right? Because there's just so much other stuff to explore. So there's always that debate of niche down or not niche. Like, I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to do with like whatever. Like, are you trying to make it a full-time gig? Are you trying to make it like a side hustle? Are you just trying to have some fun? Like, it depends on what you want to do, right? Because like everyone's different.
Yeah, I have I've tried to go into the NFT space as
NFT,
well.
yeah. That was really big, like
the,
during
the,
COVID.
The NFT crypto space. So basically, I'm minting my photography.
Yeah.
So I mint my photography on the blockchain. So I have Solana, Solana NFTs, and a whole bunch of base NFTs. The whole I've minted my stuff on different blockchains, and on different blockchains. So and I've seen some success. I'm part of some photography studios.
Cool,
and,
man. I like the photos for these NFTs.
Yeah.
NFTs were really big during COVID, eh?
Yeah, no, but this is there's different NFTs. I'm mostly focused on photography NFTs.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And what's the difference?
These are on the blockchain.
Okay.
These are digital collectibles. You can actually mint mint and collect these. Just like digital prints. They're digital prints.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool.
And so I'm on a bunch of different sites like Remix. These are all Manifold. These are done through a smart contract on Manifold.
Yeah.
And then I'm on a site called Remix.
Remix,
okay. REMX, and that lets me mint some my photography on the base blockchain.
Yeah.
And I've gotten some some good monies, some good
nice
revenue from that.
That's good.
Community.
That's nice. You're everywhere, man. You're everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm trying. So I've been in the NFT space for about 3 years.
And how is the space? Like, is it getting bigger? Like, is it growing? Because I've heard less news about it lately.
Well, it's apparent some people that we're in a bear market, and like I haven't really been in that in the NFT space, the PFP, and our project side really.
Yeah.
I've mostly just been doing my own thing on because I haven't had the money or resources to be in that side of the NFT space. But I keep hearing, but yeah, it's but people need it's a down market right now. The market's down at the moment, but
they'll come back.
But now I do a lot of I dabble in that space with crypto and airdrops and blockchain stuff and learn about all that stuff on a daily basis. And then but I'm enjoying so I'm dabbling in anywhere. That keeps me busy and enjoys my but then my career side kind of takes a back seat when I go into the Web3 tech space and my passion is capturing those moments in photography and that's what I enjoy doing and I guess I'm looking forward to I'm going to be doing the RC show. It's a food at the hospitality conference.
What is it? It's a conference for hospitality?
Yeah. Basically industry only. It's not a consumer show.
What's it called?
RC show.
RT show?
Restaurants Canada RC show.
Restaurants Canada
RC show.
RC?
Yeah.
Oh, never heard. Okay. 2025?
Mm-hmm. So it's mostly it's
April 7th to 10th?
yeah, it's a hospitality show for industry.
Ah,
Basically, the industry. So basically, all the people that are involved in the hospitality and restaurant industry all come,
yeah.
and they basically it's an industry conference for buyers, uh, industry
Ah,
buyers to buy stuff and to buy
oh, I see.
and to
This is it?
it's for food. Yeah, it's for basically food. It's to promote the food industry.
Yeah, and unlock the power of local. Interesting.
Um,
Interesting. Well, there's never been a better time to buy local, right? So there you go.
yeah. So it's a food lover's dream. It's a food blogger's dream.
No kidding.
So you have to like be a food influencer.
I like food. Do you have? I guess you have a pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
That's this week. Is it this week? April
yeah.
7th to 10th?
Next week.
Next week. Cool, man.
And I have a food blog. I have a food Insta.
You have a food blog?
Yeah, I have a food Insta blog. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
And what do you?
I'm food. I'm crypto. I'm tech.
Your food, crypto, and tech. It's like food FCT. That could be like your new handle. John FCT Photography, food, crypto, and tech, or something like that.
So yeah, I have my hands in a lot of different pies.
Yeah, that's good though. Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, I think people, it keeps you engaged. It keeps you challenged. You need to, you want to learn different things.
Yeah, because I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of chef friends, a lot of friends in that food in the food industry, right?
Yeah.
And so that's one of the biggest I look forward. One of the conferences I look forward to every year is basically RC show, and then I look forward to the crypto futurist conference, which is coming up on the 13th.
Right. Cool.
And then futurist is doing another thing in Miami as well.
Are you going that too? Are you going to Miami?
Hopefully. And so yeah, they're all everybody's. So then there's consensus coming up in May as well.
Okay, what's that?
That's a crypto tech. That's May 14th, 15th, 16th.
Okay.
That's a 3-day. That's a 3-day conference.
Yeah.
I still have to get my pass for that. I haven't got it yet. But yeah, so definitely check out Futurist as well. If you're in
Futurist.
If you're in the crypto blockchain Web3.
Blockchain for May 11th to 17th.
No, it's 1 day. It's 1 day. It's 1 day this year.
Blockchain Futurist Conference.
Yeah, it's 1 day.
Oh, May 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, this is crazy. Look at this. This looks like a pretty intense conference.
Usually it's a 3-day, but now it's only 1 day.
Oh, I see.
But then it's going to be in November in Florida. Yeah.
Florida. Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah. So this is where photography takes me to all these different.
Yeah. And I guess like
different places, all these different conferences, all these different fun things.
Well, that's the great thing about it, right? Is it kind of exposes you to different things in life, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is where this is where the photography takes me.
Yeah. And are you able to like meet people like in these conferences? Like, are they pretty receptive?
So people come up to me because I'm like I have a media badge, so they always come up to me like, hey, shoot me, cover me, talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I'm not really a reporter or like I don't really interview people on site.
Right.
I'm more just like just like capturing. I'll do maybe a quick interview, like quick, like on the spot, kind of like, it's like, hey, 5 minutes, and then I'll use it.
Yeah.
But no, it's like capturing vibes and capturing. Yeah.
Yeah, you will want to let life unfold
Mhm.
and just see what happens, right?
Yeah. So that's why so yeah, no, just
Yeah.
it takes me. So I get to capture. I capture moments in conferences and capture things, and
Yeah.
I'm doing events. I capture. I capture sporting events. I love going to Honda Indy every year.
Okay, yeah, that's a
I
good
go to
one.
Honda Indy.
That's a good one.
I always get my turn 3 pass corner at the end of race 4. I was sit in turn 3.
Yeah.
And
why is turn 3 so good?
because you go because the cars come down Lakeshore 100 miles an hour at 300 miles per hour, and then you have to stop and do a hairpin turn. So 300 to 60, and there's a lot of crashes usually.
A little drama.
Yeah, so it's like
Little
360 for a hairpin turn.
Crazy, eh?
Yeah, so I got I love going. I get to go into the pits.
That's cool, eh?
Pit lane. I get to go into. I get to sign my name on the start finish line every year.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Who's your favorite driver?
I've liked Hinchcliffe. Well, he's no longer there, but
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
There's Scott. My friend Robin loves Scott Dixon.
Okay.
Pagano. I like Simon Pagano as well. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
There's some willpower.
Right.
It's good.
So you like racing in general?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so another thing too. I'm not. There's another sports. Another niche of photography is sports photography too. Right? So like, I'm not. So definitely you need a high high frame rate.
Sure. Yeah,
High,
of course.
high shutter, very fast shutter speed.
How fast are you shooting the cars?
Yeah, so
How fast? But how fast is your shutter speed?
it's like probably like 3. It's like, yeah, it's up to like a couple of thousand. It's up to like 3,000-4,000.
Yeah, and you just go. You just.
Yeah,
You're just cat.
And
Yeah, you're just.
you can do the whole thing, and you can do the pan.
Yeah, you do the pan.
You do the pans, right?
Yeah.
The pans, and so you can get the so you can get it's all blurred.
Yeah.
But then you get the cars.
I know.
The cars stay, but the blurred it's a blurred background.
Yeah. It's cool, eh? It's a cool photo to get.
The pan, yeah. To get but yeah, so there's a lot of people that specifically do sports photography or IndyCar or basically shoot Raptors games or they shoot Raptors games or they shoot Leafs games or they shoot IndyCar or racing. Yeah, so there's all sorts of. I've never really been into car photography. I don't really do like static car photography because that doesn't really interest me as much.
You want them racing.
Yeah, so so the movement I have shot actually. No, it's kind of I did shoot Philip Kim the Olympic break dancer. Yeah, this is.
Phil Kim. He was at the Olympics last year, right?
Yeah. So, but this is all. Yeah, this was this past year. Honda Indy. Getting down to this was in the pit lane. That was really cool. That's all the wings,
Yeah.
the car wings and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Pretty neat, eh?
so that's kind of
Very
like
cool,
what
man.
I've enjoyed
So you're
doing.
going there this year? You're going there this year too?
Yeah, I go every year. I go to hunting every year,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's a cool event, eh?
yeah. So I always, I always go and shoot. Yeah. So if you go up, it's top there.
Yep.
About the Olympic at the very top of my Insta.
This one. The top of your page?
Yeah. The fill up the very top, the very top.
Yeah.
Oh no, well go down a bit, but it's
Yeah.
it's the fill, it's the down a bit more. That right there. The Philip Kim, yeah. This one, yeah. Yeah. That was kind of like, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
he
got
was at the Olympics, right?
yeah. So I shot this. I was able to. There was if you go if yeah if there's more of this one in a different post. Up a bit. Oh,
Oh, here. Look at that, eh? Oh, that's cool. No?
Yeah. So, but if you go down, if you go click on a different one,
Out of the different post?
the squad photo.
Oh, the squad photo.
I think there's more. Yeah, there's more in there. Yeah. So basically, this was like again set up by our photo community, Brian Brock,
Yeah.
Brian Brock. He connected with Red Bull,
Yeah.
and he connected with Red Bull, and to bring when Red Bull was in Toronto, and they had all these breakdancers come to Toronto,
Yeah.
and they so he brought a bunch of us, our community, and we basically shot the breakdancers, and we were able to have the opportunity to shoot the breakdancers.
Yeah. Very cool.
And so we had to do like fast shutter speed on these because they're to capture their breakdancing, right?
Yeah.
They capture the steel shot when they're breakdancing.
No kidding, yeah.
So
That's cool. That's a cool time, eh?
Yeah.
He won gold? Did he win gold?
Yeah, he won the gold.
Yeah. Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
That's wild.
So yeah,
that's amazing.
He won the gold medal for Canada for breakdancing.
That's amazing. Wow. Well, good for him.
And yeah, it was a really an amazing opportunity. It was just a couple months before the Olympics. It was in May.
Yeah. So just before.
Yeah.
So like, is there like a dance breaking like season? Like, do they go to various shows?
I follow him now. I follow Kim and I follow a few of them, and they're like in Berlin right now. If you follow Red Bull 1, Red Bull 1 is basically the breakdancing of the breakdancing arm, or they don't call it breakdancing anymore. They call it something else. But Red Bull is basically the thing at the moment.
Interesting. Well, good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. Eh? It's always a good time. Like, is there like, are you trying to get like, what do you want to get? Like, what do you want to get better at? Is there something you want to get better at?
I was looking. I was working last year. I was working on my long exposure, and panning better.
Okay.
But I feel like it's all the lighting, but it's your lighting techniques, it's your background techniques,
Yeah.
it's your whenever your writing techniques, your background techniques, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've shot models. I've had opportunities to shoot. As I showed you, shoot models and
Yeah.
just show up and shoot things. But I would love to, like, nobody approaches me. I'm like, I kind of put that out there, saying like, as a joke, saying like, I'll do portrait photography if I have to. Kind of, it's one of those things. It's one of
Yeah.
those things. I will do it, but it's not my passion to do it.
Yeah. It's not your thing.
But I
Yeah.
enjoy candid. I do enjoy candid photography
Mm.
and doing stuff like that. And doing group like portrait studio shots. But it's fun. But it's kind of like, I think it's more fun to do candid stuff.
Yeah. And what makes a good candid photo, in your opinion?
I guess more action if they're doing something, or
Mm.
if they're it's the eye, right? It's your creative eye,
Mm.
right? Because you might say something, a woman standing over there, and she's doing something, but you see something totally different, something else would see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's how it's shot, the lighting, but it's very different. The lighting, it's the pose, it's
Yeah.
what you see, it's what. So it's somebody who's standing there with a cigarette in their mouth and somebody just chilling. You can kind of like, you see the human element and see that.
Sure. Yeah. You're also trying to tell a story about that person too.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds easy, but it's not. It sounds easy, but it's not really easy. Like
Yeah.
to get really good stuff, you need to really, well, first be patient, and also be very like, you really got to pay attention, like what's going on around you. So you can't be on your phone. Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
really, you got to be really like in the moment and be really focused, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and
You
look at something. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of kind of puts you in the present moment, which is good these days, So
Yeah.
because it's so easy just to be on your phone and just like not paying attention, right? But again, it's what separates everyone. It separates a photographer from someone that has a camera. Like they're not the same. Like they're not the same thing.
Yeah, you can anybody can have a camera, and that's why they kind of joke about us being button pushers, because but you have to have the eye and skill, and purpose, and
intentionality.
You have to have some vision. You have to have some vision of what you want to shoot, some intentionality, some what makes what story you're trying to tell from that photo. If you can look at it before, if you can look at it later on, okay, can you describe,
Yeah, it's all about being intentional with the photo versus just taking the photo. Like you're trying to make the photo versus like take the photo. There's like a difference there,
It's an art.
There's an art. There's a craft to it,
If you stop and like look and like, because sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes I would just stop if I'm on a corner. Sometimes I'll just stop.
Yeah.
And just look around, and like, what's interesting? What's interesting about this corner right now? What is interesting? What can I possibly capture? What can I freeze in time?
Yeah.
Right. What can I freeze in time? What can I? How can I find something that's interesting about this corner?
Yeah. Not easy, but again, that comes with practice and experience.
Yeah.
And just having the eye, right? It's just yeah, it's good. I mean, like I said, you could have the greatest camera in the world, but if you don't really know how to use it, or you're not really paying attention to like if you're not being intentional with what you're doing, then you sort of lost the point.
It becomes stylistic too. Do you want to do it in black and white? Black and white is always better than normal. Sometimes black and white photos are like, makes it look more vintage, makes it look
there's a timelessness to it.
And
Yeah.
you can, and also too, like you want to the light in your camera. You want the lighting on it. Like you want it could be dark. It could be a really bright day, but then that's what filters are for too, right? I haven't even gotten into filters at all. There's filters, and they can. I don't have any filters, but you can do starbursts. You can do. There's all sorts of creativity. You can do with your exposure, with your bring down the lighting. Blah, blah, blah.
There's so much.
There's so many times where I've told people even with their iPhones.
Yeah.
Like click on bits, tap on the iPhone, and you can just go up and down, and then you can play the exposure on your iPhone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, people don't even know that.
You know,
people don't even know that stuff. It's crazy, right? But
it's like this when you take the photos. So even when everybody's shooting at conferences, everybody's shooting like if I'm shooting something and I bring up my phone to if I bring up my phone to shoot something and instantly it's really white and really like I'll instantly tap my phone and like bring the exposure way down.
And
it becomes black. It becomes more. It removes all the light out of that shot. And I'm like, and just by doing that, my shot is 1,000 times better than the person beside me.
Sure. Yeah. People don't even know that it's there, right? They don't even know that those settings are there, which, well, first of all, people have to be interested in doing that, because some people just want to take the photo and move on with their life. They don't really necessarily care about it, right? Which again separates people from being a photographer and not, right? So just a matter of being intentional with it, which I think keeps things fun. Kind of keeps things challenging. So, never ends, man. The journey never ends. It's always going. It's always progressing.
Yeah.
Just when you think you know everything, it's like, oh, you don't. There's something else to learn. Okay. Which is fun.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta have fun, or else, like, what's the point? Yeah. No, it's good, man. Well, we're up against the hour, so I just wanted to say thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really had a good time chatting. I think we covered a lot of different ranges. It wasn't really structured questions about lenses and about photography and about the equipment in general.
No, more about the person. Yeah.
But I just shoot with my Sony A7 II at the moment. I just have one lens of like a 7. It's like a 70. It's a 78. I think it's 25. It's a 2870 lens. And I have my iPhone 16 Pro. Once in a while, but also too, like the best camera that you have is the one that you have with you.
That is the age-old saying, for sure. Yeah,
the best camera you have is the one that you have with you. So as long as you know how to just use your iPhone.
Yes, exactly. And if you don't, please message John. He will show you.
But no, it's definitely it's just learn exposure, learn how to do the lighting exposure, and just, shutter speed for long exposures, and to get those blurred effects, and to get those bokeh, and definitely if you definitely check out my profile and check out
John.
And if you need any portrait or candid photography or anything,
John's your guy.
Or any event photography, or give me a shout. Product, brand, anything. I'm all good.
Love it. John's your guy. Everyone, thanks for watching and listening. Go check out John, as you mentioned. Links are in the description of this podcast. And love to have you back on at some point, man. Thanks, John. And we shall see you next time. Peace.